screen. There we go, the actual game screen. Put on the cameras for a second, guys. Here we are for the last match of the day. It's been a best of 9, and we are here today in Game 9 between Clarity Gaming's community and oGaming. It's been a crazy, intense battle. Some of the games today, I'm going to be honest, were a little bit lackluster, but I think some of them have definitely made up for everything, especially that last game. So I do recommend if you guys are just watching this game randomly, go back to Game 8, probably the highlight of my day. But finally here in the top right corner of the map, representing Clarity Gaming's community, it's our red Zerg player, Bop.
And his opponent in the lower left-hand corner of our screen, it is our Terran hailing from oGaming. It is haphazaRd.
There's easy puns. I had my mouth open ready to say them, but I'm just gonna not. Guys, let's talk about the actual map here instead of my shenanigans for once. And the fact is, we're on Whirlwind. Now, Whirlwind is actually one of the biggest maps in the map pool. And I'm sure this is common knowledge to all of you, but the big thing that works against the Zerg player on this map is the engaged locations. There's so many chokes. It doesn't look like it initially, but it's very easy for a Terran player to put a bunch of widow mines down and kite and kite and kite all day.
Couldn't agree more. And we do have a bit of a scouting report for these players. haphazaRd is apparently a very, very nice guy and is well liked. Apparently, even though he wins all the time. He is indeed an ace for his team oGaming community. Meanwhile, Bop was being really built up, I gotta say, by his manager. He's said to be one of the most creative and fastest players that they've ever seen. Apparently, when you put him up against, in SC2 gears, against Jaedong, Life, Flash, etc., his APM is even higher than theirs.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, look at the APM tab right now, guys. Already skyrocketing, and there's nothing to do with your APM this early in the game.
I know, right? So that's just a comfort level for him, so that will be interesting. I'm hoping then that his micro is just astounding with that much extra action.
We even have people in chat calling out APM King, here we go. I will constantly swap to that tab, guys, so you guys can see what's going on. I will not just leave the production tab on, but it will mostly be the production tab, of course, because that's, well, the important tab.
It's always fun when you get a human feat like that. It's just probably rough. I wonder how old the guy is.
You know, this might be a really dumb question, but does this version of Whirlwind seem extra green to you?
It really does.
I mean, it's bugging me, like, looking at the minimap. Like, it's like, did I suddenly, like, no longer become colorblind? Why can I see these saturated colors? So that's kind of cool.
No. I always thought of it more of a brown map, like, with green, but not on this. It's like the Amazon version of it.
This looks like that 2 vs 2 map, the one that's in the jungle. It's, like, just green, pure green, and nothing else, but...
Oh, yeah, with, like, the 8 different spawn points then?
Well, it's 3, but it looks like 8, yeah. Or 4, rather, but it looks like 8. But yeah, okay, guys, getting into this, we still have no real crazy tech paths or actions. We're going to see a very standard game, I would imagine, from the looks of it. God, the APM is still skyrocketing at this point. Like, here, let me give you guys a preview. Like, I'm now going to the keyboard cam of Bop. Pretty much what's happening right now.
I'm just gonna lock onto his vision and watch my computer freak out for a moment.
Which player is he, 2 or 3?
He's 1.
Upgrade complete.
Or 1, yeah. Yeah, just, oh my god, the blinking, the tabs, everything happening right now, guys. It's gonna be awesome. But okay, Link's gonna try and chase down this SCV. Production tab going back up, because Yabrafka doesn't know what the hell he's doing. How do I observe? What is this game? SCV, though, if he can come back and go for another scout, oh, he's not gonna be able to. The Queen should shut this down. Actually, not gonna go up to the natural at all. But actually pulling workers off of gas, we're gonna see Bob go for a bit of an early Ling all-in.
Goodness, yeah, 22 Lings already. He wants to get out there, but he's also got some drones on the way out there, so he's going to set up his third base behind this.
This is precarious. haphazaRd has no idea this is coming. He's got no prior scouting information. The bunker alone's not going to be enough. He can, of course, lift the supply depots in the main, but Hellions are not going to shut down this many Lings. This is not good coming in here.
Oh, they're just going to go right by.
Oh, are the depots going to get lifted? It's still down, or it's still down. It goes off just in the nick of time. And now these Lings are just...
for that, and the bunker on the low ground does not get to get finished. So the SCVs just have to hang out over by the bunker because they need it. Hellions, though, are out. They're going to be very,
Marine's getting almost trapped outside the bunker. Jesus, that was close. Repair spam going down here, but Bop is going to be shut down here.
Bob needs to be targeting the SCVs. I don't know why he's not. He's been targeting the bunker that whole time. He could have probably killed every single SCV, but ends up killing several of them, but not all, and not
5
even
workers
killing the
total. 5 workers total, and I want to point out that was peaking near 400 EPM there towards the end of that for Bob, so absolutely going nuts on that. But he could not, he just couldn't cause damage. He should have, I really feel he should have ignored the Marines and tried to bait him back towards the bunker and just done damage to the orbital so he could come back later and finish it off.
Possibly. But even when he did go and engage, like he's not going to win the game right there. He's not going to kill the bunker and win. So.
Now, the big thing is, well, he cut a couple of workers to do this. We see him actually ahead on workers right now because Bob was able to make drones behind that. He's like, you know what, I'll just save up 2 rounds, I'll get 22 lings on the field, and I know my opponent's going to be so panicked he won't be making SCVs while I'm lurking in his base.
And actually, we get the further report from Tresk that Bob's apparently 19.
Oh,
still
a youngin'.
He's got those fresh wrists still. They don't hurt him just from observing, like people I know. Me.
Old people in chef.
Oh, Overlord coming in here and scouting.
Killed.
Yeah, but he does see the fact that Stim, of course, is coming down and pretty much the commitment to all bio from haphazaRd.
I like this. Bob is actually throwing down static defense in his mineral lines because he knows drops are coming at some point. He doesn't know what kind of drops, whether it's widow mines or hell bats rather than hellions. He does need something down here, so he'll have both detection and a spine crawl to draw the attention of any sort of drop.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be the 930. Yeah, he's pushing out with it. He's got the widow mines plus the stim. The only thing that I'm used to seeing here would be a +1 attack upgrade, but instead of that, he actually is going for a reactor for medevacs potentially and another command center. So it's not a full-fledged attack. He just wants to do some damage.
Well, this push is going to work quite effectively. There's not enough roaches to stop the widow mines dead in their tracks. Typically, you'd have a roach soak the widow mine hits and have everything else swarming on the Marines, but there's so few roaches currently on the field. In fact, there's almost none. 3 and 4 queens with 1 ling that just went down was all he had to defend with. He needs to get units on the field. 14 lings about to pop, but even then, widow mines.
He's giving him time, though, because he stopped in the middle of the map there. If he had just pushed straight towards his destination, he would have arrived 30 seconds ago and would be doing damage already. Given time for these spine crawlers to finish up and for the roaches to arrive. Honestly, I worry that he may have waited too long.
Oh, yeah, especially with the banelings coming in. It's going to be very impossible for him to do concrete amounts of damage. Like, you can't just blitz into the mineral line here, even with all these widow mines. If they had drilling claws, maybe that's another story, but he doesn't.
Zerglings actually are going to start cutting off the reinforcements too, and that's a really smart decision. Widow mines going up to the high ground and burrowing. Finally, Marines are able to be pushed forward. Widow mines, a couple of them go off, getting some decent hits. Oh, Baneling, though, doing a fantastic job. Manual detonation on top of the widow mines that had not fired yet.
Yeah, and he picks up and he gets a couple of Marines out of that, but really, we look at the resources lost at the end there, it did not really go too favorably for our Terran player. Oh, for the first time ever, we have the APM dipping below 200 for Bob.
He's taking a break.
It looks like he's going to go for that Mutiling Bane composition. This, it's a pretty, I don't know, it's not even something I would call standard, but more classic response to the Biomine. But there's some players out there who show us, like, for example, Pulse. It doesn't matter. Bio was just going to prevail if put in the right hands.
True. Very, very true. I'm excited.
Ooh.
This is an actual ace match.
I don't know if you got that, or we just had a really nice Widowmine hit there. Got way more kills than it had previous, going up to 17 from the 2 it had prior.
Jeez.
Unfortunately, it was mostly legs. I think he got like 2 Banelings with that, but either way, a nice hit nonetheless.
Definitely.
Now we got kind of 1.5 medevacs coming here in the north, but look at the Overlord spread here out of Bob. He should see this coming. Yeah, they're rallied right past it.
You can see just about everything on the map right now except the actual inside portion of his opponent's base. But we're looking at essentially even supply, 113 for our Terran, 93 for Zerg. Not really the normal ratio. It'd be reversed in most cases. This is a best of 9 between these two teams. It was going to go all the way to 9 games regardless, but this actually turns out to be an ace match because it is 4 to 4.
We almost had 500 APM there for Bob. Bob, the APM king, guys. Can he respond to this drop, though? He's going to lose the Baneling Nest if he's not careful. Forget the drones. Get that Baneling Nest, man.
He's going to go ahead and target it down.
Lings are flooding back, but not in time. The nest does go down, and he should be able to lift off and get out of here. Can drop to this 4th base location, and this is the abusiveness of this terrain. He can go back and forth between the 4th and the main again and again and again.
And drone still pulled. Bob used that 8 PM man. He's actually supply blocked at the same time. That's a little unfortunate, but he does have 5 Mutalisks coming out and now queues up a couple more overloads.
Drop at the 3rd while this is going on, though. Did chase the drones off. Didn't really pick off too many, but was enough to scare him away. Now haphazRd has got to pull that bag from the Spore Crawler. Dropping in the main once again, though. Not enough Lings were left behind. These Marines still prevail. Mutalisk now coming out on the field, though. He's got to be careful. These medevacs are suddenly in a lot of trouble.
There he goes. Now the Zerglings do arrive. Mutalisk should follow that up. Baneling's also going up there. Can't believe these Marines and Marauders are still at that 3rd base area. Finally, they're going to get taken out by a full surround of Lings there, despite their position in the mineral line. And now we've got 7 missile turrets on the way. He does not want to deal with Mutas.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Mutalisks can get in and really harass your mineral line. If they're not going to catch the medevacs, they're very good at keeping you at home.
It's true, but that's so many. And he's got the 4th command center actually in the air, moving out, ready to set up that next base while he moves forward. And okay,
one awkward Mutalisk apparently. Think whoever's picking. But taking a look at the upgrades here, we've actually got 2-2 to the just recently finished 1-1 here of haphazRd. So our Zerg player can have a really nice upgrade advantage that he can enjoy for a small period of time.
Oh, Widow Mines are not burrowed. They probably.
But that's on purpose.
Hits off on the Banelings. Oh, manual detonation actually waste swarm there at the end.
I'm pretty sure.
Too clever by half. Marines pushing forward. Nice split though. But the Mutalisks are gonna arrive at the same time that Mutas and Lings do. Decent spread from haphazRd. Bop has to pull back. Doesn't want to push on top of these other Widow Mines.
You know, we talk about those Widow Mines. I'm fairly certain he manually unburrowed those. He didn't want the 2 or 3 Lings that were trying to bait out those hits to get off, but the follow-up was a little bit too quick, sadly.
And now we're going to get... Ooh, these are great positioned Widow Mines. Can't believe they didn't go off, actually, as those Lings run by. Another attempt by haphazRd to push forward.
Ooh! Did you see those Widow Mines just pick off that medevac? I know I did.
Not as bad as that 4GG moment. Oh my goodness.
And the counterattack of Lings here, Bob's trying to pull off. Not quite good enough. We've got the infestation pit on the way, and I gotta tell you what, I hope to God this is for layer or hive tech, not for anything that could come out of the infestation pit. The infestors are not too bad, but against a biomine composition, they're not preferable.
Now we got the Lings already in the 4th base area. SCV's trying to be pulled, but they're not going to make it. Most of them aren't. And this command center is going to try to stick it out. No, it's going to be left off.
Now, I think that bunker is going to burn down. The 1 Ling at the 3rd base location, or 4th base, however you want to phrase this. Oh, there we go. It's going to be repaired now.
Oh, SCV found it.
Yeah, it got it to the point where it was burning, but oh my god, the flood in here of Lings. The Terran army's on the other side of the map right now.
Just overflowing.
But he's coming back again with the Mutalisks.
The Mutalisks come in. That was so nicely done by Bop. And haphazRd is caught in the middle. He's got so many medevacs, actually. Can't decide which way to go with them.
The planetary will stand to see another day, but there's a couple Marines here. The Mutalisks, when microed correctly, can deal with them quite nicely.
I actually can't believe that both of those bases are still alive for haphazRd. That was fantastic by him.
I can't even believe the supply depots are alive. He should have taken those out at the very least.
Yes. He's got the Overseer, it looks like, in the same control group when he's doing the manual selections. That's pretty cool to see, but he's still got all of the units. He's got this Zerg habit of having the entire army on the same command key. That's why his whole army is being shifted back and forth in most cases, but there's so many Lings right now for Bop. He's going to be able to just run past with his whole army if he wants to. And where are those infestors?
Were those burrowed or Banelings? I didn't catch that. Because a lot of the bio just melted underneath the watchtower, and there's no way he ran those Widow Mines, or the Banelings through the Widow Mines.
Yeah, I heard the splash, but I couldn't actually see where it came from.
He's got burrow on the field, so we'll have to keep an eye out for those burrowed Baneling mines. They do work very effectively against Terran bio.
You don't actually see them all that often these days. Another base is trying to be established at the 12 o'clock position right now for Bop. Oh, haphazRd pushing forward again with Widow Mines ever. Oh my goodness, there's so many units on the map that there just has to be video lag.
There is.
No other
It's
chance.
man, that is ridiculous. There's not a whole lot that's like, hey, computer, F you, but when you've got this many lings on the field,
Yeah, that's basically a middle finger to your video card. The one thing Bob is not doing, surprisingly...
oh, he's actually, oh my god, almost connected to the siege things. Did pull off right away, but gonna go for the planetary. Guys, Widowmines and Banelings. The planetary will go down.
Banelings are enough.
Meanwhile, counterattack here. The Mutalisks, or shouldn't even call it counterattack. Another attack going up, picking off these supply depots. But
Oh,
god,
and
this
actually
is so
says,
many
I can take
medevacs.
that on.
He really shouldn't, though. Not with how many Marines are here. He's going to lose these Mutalisks, but that's okay, because look what he's replacing them with, Ord.
Yeah, he's got that the Carapace level 3, the melee attacks, and Ultralisku. They're on the way. A lot of pride on the line for both of these players.
Yeah, guys, if you've forgotten at this point, this is game 9 in a best of 9, so everything is on the line for both of these players. Bob coming out with the Turusk skinned Ultras and somehow peaking at 700 APM. How does he do it? What is this craziness? Okay, we got the tank siege up in the middle of the map. Ultras are coming on in. They don't have the chitinous plating just yet. The armor's not there.
Waits around with some of the Zerglings and is actually engaging a little bit overly much now because he's being pincered on both sides. Ultra is coming in, but there's so many medevacs, and now it suddenly makes sense why you would want that many, because it actually keeps Marines alive against the splash damage of the Ultras.
But only for now. As soon as he's got those +3 weapons, I mean, a lot changes with that one single upgrade.
We have a drop up at the 4th base area, and oh, it's not actually going to be able to attack the hatchery enough, but that's okay because he can split it up and attack 2 different locations. However, there are Mutalisks there that are attacking, but there's more pink streaming across, still tons of medevacs, and they're beelining straight for that base, but really Bob doesn't care because he's still got that 12 o'clock position that's mining fully.
Yeah, but I mean, so you'd never want to quite throw away a base. The drones transferred back here. There's more on the line than just the hatchery at this point. If he had managed to evacuate the drones, this would have been okay, but his main is still taking damage. The queen goes down. He's going to focus down these hatcheries. Now, luckily, none of his tech is really up here. It's all placed in the natural, but still, this is 2 bases. The re-hatchery is about to go down here for Bob.
Bob needs to consolidate his forces. He's about to get those upgrades, attacks with his lings, and everything just before he gets the upgrades. That's a little bit sad for him. Medevacs, though, are running out of things to heal.
A couple of Mutalisks are not enough to deal with these Marines, though.
Yeah.
Bob, despite his phenomenal APM, just lost 2 huge bases.
And lost his macro hatch, and now his main hatch, his mothership hatch. That's not
He's
right at
really
all,
hurting
but
for
it goes
supply
away.
right now. He has to remake this Ultralist Cavern. And oh my god, just remaxing on Lings alone would not be enough. He's going for adrenal glands, not because he wants to, but because he has to.
But at this point, it's just so much attrition. I wonder if he can hold on. He's really spread out with his overlords and everything. He could try and go and hide bases, but haphazard has been haphazardly moving all over the map, actually.
Actually, I'd say he isn't. He's been very methodical about his pushes. He knows that Bob has been cutting off his reinforcements, so we see him pooling up reinforcements instead of streaming them across the field until just now.
Sitting right around 400 HPM still is Bob, but haphazard, he has no slouch there. He's been doing 200 plus the majority of the game.
Well, APM, as we can see, guys, does not necessarily win you a game, though,
Yeah.
and it's not because, oh my god, it's Terran, but as we've seen, there's been a lot of very awkward responses here from Bob. He's been allowing drops to go off. He got the defenses up early, but man, he just hasn't been able to hold on to anything. This base is going to go down here as well. The army completely out of position, Ord.
So many Marines moving in there, and the drones just have to abandon ship. They're going to burrow here maybe in a second. The Banelings are coming in. They may get off great connections here. Not detonating. Actually, finally, some of them are. And is this enough? I think it might be enough.
Where are they awkwardly going? The Banelings just kind of were move commanded past the army. I don't fully understand what just happened there, but okay. Siege Tank is going to get picked off maybe by the Mutalisks. Actually, will be shut down by the Marines. Siege Tank will live to see another day. And with another base falling, we find Bob left on 2 bases. All of his tech is choked in 1, quite frankly. And Ord, this is really looking grim for our Zerg player.
It is. haphazard is producing 11 Marines at it. This is +3 attack on the way, and there is a lot of pink that is not creep that is in the upper right-hand corner of our map. And
Good
that's
game.
It. GG. oGaming takes it wins the best of 9, 5-4 over Clarity Gaming.